Hi, I'm Teri KO4WFP, Papa, and I was listening to an interview today with Jimmy Fallon, the current host of The Tonight Show. The interview is done by Stephen Bartlett, who's a very successful entrepreneur, and he has a podcast and a YouTube channel called Diary of a CEO. And Jimmy was talking about his time, the time that it took for him to get to where he is today. He was talking about the time that he spent in LA, going to acting classes, trying out for parts, and getting rejected. And it made me think about the journey that we take as CW operators. Let me read what he was saying that really struck a chord with me. He says, I look back and I wouldn't change anything. Of course, he's talking about the struggles he had. If anything, I would say I wanted it to happen faster, but not really. I think you have to live through all the stuff and go, oh yeah, ow, I remember that. That was cringy. Ooh, that was rough. Ooh, I remember that was bad. But that was a good one. Oh yeah, that was a great one. And then you start thinking of all the stuff you thought was depressing. Then it is kind of charming now. Something that he talks about in here is you can't get to where you want to be without going through the difficult things. And I think that's true of anything in life that's worth pursuing. And CW is no different. None of us are born knowing CW. I wish it were that easy, but it's not. And it's a tough road to proficiency. It just is. And no matter what people tell you, there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. You have to put in the time, the effort, and be determined to reach those goals that you have. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. There's no simple way to shortcut the process. And even when you have the right training, it still takes determination, and you have to put in the work. But it's so worth it. The things that matter the most in life are oftentimes the things that are the most difficult. And we just have to power through them. But know that when you reach those points where you're struggling or you have obstacles, you're not alone. We all go through it. Every CW operator, no matter how proficient they are now, had to go through those same things. And I want to encourage you and let you know that it's not the destination. Yeah, like Jimmy said, we all sort of want things to rush ahead. We want to get to that end point, that destination. But without the journey, the destination is hollow. It's meaningless. The journey is what makes things sweet. We love the ups, right? We love the successes. But it's the obstacles, it's the struggles, it's the mistakes that make everything worthwhile. It's having those experiences that when we finally do reach the destination, we go, wow, okay, this is awesome. I'm here. But it's not hollow, right? We can look behind and we can see the struggle. And that destination, when we reach it, is now meaningful. And when we struggle and we see others that are coming behind us, right? They're on their journey. They're at different points in their journey. Then how much more willing, at least I could speak for myself, and I'm sure it's you too, how much more willing are we to reach back and to help those people along on their journey? Because we know what it was like. We understand. Every time I encounter somebody, and it makes me kind of emotional to even think about it, every time I encounter somebody who's starting their journey, but they're doing what it takes, right? They're calling CQ. They're having those first QSOs. They're hunting that POTA station. Every time I hear somebody who does that, it makes me want to reach out all the more and say, Come on. You got this. You got this. You can do this. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because even though it's hard, it is so worth it at the end. It's the journey that makes it sweet. So when you have your struggles, when you have your obstacles, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. And remember, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Because one day you're going to look back and go, yeah, that added meaning, and it was so worth it. Thanks for joining me. Keep having fun with CW.